Well, howdy folks. Long time no talk. I know, it's been a while. It really hasn't been a while. I've been trying to update stuff. I've been trying to upload stuff like 2 days at a time. So every 2 days I'm trying to get something up to keep the viewers entertained, of course. You, my fans, keep you entertained. So I took a ride yesterday, but my battery had died. And I can't go mic and charger at the same time with the GoPro without getting like a separate battery pack and new cases and blah 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 blah. So I just filmed kind of cruising, and I may upload it, I don't know. You people need to tell me what you want is the problem. You don't give me any feedback and I don't know what you want. But so I guess what I was going to discuss today, because I've done this one video like 4 times now, and every time, one time the camera died, one time I just didn't close it out properly. Not that my endings are ever good. And then sometimes I forget about shit. So I think I want to do tips for beginner riders. A couple quick tips of what I think they should do as beginner riders that will help them grow. You know, tips for when you're buying a bike. I totally fucking filmed this video. I just forget what I filmed at this point. So I got some stuff in like in the hole. So I don't know like what I've done, what I haven't done yet. But yes, we're gonna do a quick little lightning round of tips for beginner riders. And we'll start off with number 1 when it comes to buying a bike. Don't buy something that's out of your limit. Don't buy something that's too big. You're better off going underpowered than overpowered. And I know that's probably not a popular thing. I went underpowered and I was pretty pissed off after like 6 weeks, but I was already a somewhat capable rider when I first got it. You know, I rode dirt bikes as a kid. I had a moped, so I knew a little bit about, you know, riding on the road, and I knew a lot about the mechanics of how to ride, you know, good and bad habits and that sort of thing. So yeah, the big tip would be don't go get a fucking 1000cc bike when you're first learning how to ride. It ain't gonna do anything positive for you. Tip number 2 when it comes to leaning. I should probably cut this with fucking shots of me leaning. When it comes to leaning, the bike will outlean you. The bike will outlean you. Say it 5 times. The bike will outlean you. 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 So when you're coming into a turn, the last thing you want to do is you don't think you're gonna make it and hit the brake. No, what you want to do is fucking lean and lean and lean and lean and lean. That's what's gonna help you get around the turn. It's not gonna be hitting the brake and slowing down. Because when you hit the brake, you're in the lean and then it pops you right back up. And you know, I've gotten into some trouble, some hairy situations before where I was in like a lean like this and ended up going too far, hit the brake, popped straight up, and then before I knew it, there was fucking, I was in the other lane. And if there was a car coming, I would have been toasted. So, know when, how to lean. And I think the best way of doing it, for me at least, is I take my knees and I push them real tight against the bike. And that's when I go into my lean. And just trust the bike. You know, it's a trust thing. Trust the bike. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna be pussyfooting around a lot and taking turns in an improper manner. And then you're gonna go riding with some people that do know how to lean, and you're gonna try to keep up with them, and in the first turn you're gonna take it way too wide and fucking hurt yourself. So learn these techniques. Learn that technique. Tip number 3, wear fucking gear. Don't be stupid. Wear fucking gear. You know, the helmet's a no-brainer. Some states they you don't have to wear a helmet. I think it's a little bit ballsy, you know, unless you're literally going down the road 2 feet. You know, put a fucking helmet on. You're not cool for not wearing one. But on top of that, you know, get yourself a nice jacket. You know, the gear, this jacket is probably older than me. This jacket's been around longer than I've been riding. My buddy gave it to me for free. And it's got padding all up and down the arms. You know, it's got padding in the chest, it's got padding in the back. It's a fucking padded jacket. And the last thing, you know, you want to do is fall. But if you do fall, you at least want to have some protection. Boots, another good investment. Last thing you want to do. That's going to be my new one that I keep saying. Boots, for sure. Get yourself a pair of boots. You don't want your ankles snapping when you're trying to go save yourself from crashing, and then that ends up causing you to crash because you're in excruciating pain. So yeah, get some boots, get some gloves and some knuckle protectors on it. These aren't the most protective. They're my summer gloves. They're not the most protective, but they're better than regular little dirt bike gloves. But yeah, get yourself a nice pair of gloves. Pants. This is probably the one I skip on the most. This is probably the one that I don't wear as much. These jeans are just regular jeans. Underneath I got a regular pair of pants, so it will fuck me up if I go down. There's no doubt about that. But it's just one of them that I roll the dice with. I do have padded pants, and when I go for longer rides I put them on, but I don't always do it. So if I'm guilty of being a hypocrite, boom, you got me. But yes, you definitely want to wear gear. It's really going to help you out. Last thing you want is fucking road burn, because from what I understand, that shit sucks. So gear, number 2. Number 3, and this is a topic where you don't really know, but you want to be safe. You'd rather be safe than sorry. Don't pull out. Don't fucking pull out. Don't pull out. Don't pull out. Attaboy. You want to ride as if no cars can see you on the road. You want to ride somewhat invisible, because you have to anticipate no cars going to see you on the road. I mean, there's a chance they'll see you, but there's a chance that they won't. And if you hit a car, they're going to win. You're not going to win from that matchup. You're riding down the road and you're in a bit of a tighter road. There's cars in front of you. Do a little of this. Swing back and forth, side to side. So if there's a car pulling out on your left, he can see you. If there's a car pulling out on your right, they can more likely see you. You want to make yourself more visible. You certainly want to be more visible. And I think that's a good way of doing it. When you're doing your hand signals, you don't need to just stick an arm out. Stick your arm out, wave it a little bit. Stick your arm out and wave it a little bit. You want to let people know at every second you're out there. You want to remind them. You're coming to an intersection that you're familiar with, that's right by your house, in a car, and you do a quick, glance both ways and you run the stop sign. I mean, I do it in a car all the time. So you want to, you want to really be on the lookout for cars that look like they're oblivious. If you're on the highway and that car's in the right lane, you're in the left lane, don't think he sees you just because you're there. What I like to do on the highway is, if there's a cluster of cars, I try to speed through them and then get up into an open area and try to stay between 2 big packs of cars, find some empty space by myself. I think that's the way to go when it comes to riding the highway. So yeah, tip: pretend they don't see you, because they probably don't. Well, this is one for everybody: beginner, intermediate, expert. Learn from your mistakes. I was riding a couple weeks ago, and I think I got the footage of it. Riding a couple weeks ago, and I'm just cruising through. I'm on some back roads, some twisties, and I'm moving at a pretty good pace, 50, 60, whatever it was. And there was a little bit of gravel on the road that I didn't see. That scared the fuck out of me. And, it wasn't much. It was a quick one of these. It was a quick little jerk. And it scared the living shit out of me. And for the rest of the day, I ended up softening it up and riding like a pussy. And I didn't learn from my mistake, because now I'm going to just go back and be an animal. But it's good to try to learn from your mistakes, because you never know what really to expect. Especially when it comes to things like gravel. You don't know what's there. You're not going to see it well ahead of time. So, in order to be safe, you're better off taking it slower when you don't know the roads. And I'm not saying crawl, but being a little bit more cautious. If you see some gravel on this road, there's a good chance that the next couple turns up ahead there might be some gravel. So when you spot it, be aware of it. And all these things are basically just try to be safe. The last thing that motorcyclists want is other people getting hurt and other people dying on motorcycles. Final tip, this is really just a rule of riding: ride your own ride. I'll say it again: Ride your own ride. Do not try to keep up with people you can't keep up with. It's not going to benefit you. If people are going too slow, feel free to pass them. But mainly for beginners, if you're a newer rider, you're not going to be as experienced. Ride your own ride. I was riding with my buddy the other day. I think I uploaded that video a couple days ago. And he said he's a little bit less experienced. And he hadn't been riding in a while, you know, where I've been pretty much riding every day. And, you know, immediately what I said to him was ride your own ride. He's like, yep, 100%. You know, that's the way you got to approach the situation. Just ride your own ride. Don't try to be Superman out there. Don't try to keep up with people that you can't keep up with, because that's when you're going to get hurt, and seriously hurt. So, final tip, ride your own ride. But that was short and sweet. Thanks for watching, folks. If you have any other tips, feel free to put them in. You know, comment down below. I'm always looking for knowledge when it comes to riding. I rode with a couple guys in Jersey, which I've probably mentioned 1,000 times by now, but they were all very experienced riders, and you know, they taught me how to do the proper ride proper. So I'm always looking for more knowledge. I'm always asking them questions, you know, what to do here, what to do there, and it's beneficial, you know. Plus you get to meet new people. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and everybody have a good day. Bye.